Haunted ships have long fascinated sailors and civilians alike. As we continue our journey through the haunted waters of maritime history, we turn to one of the most perplexing mysteries ever to unfold on the open sea. Following the chilling tale of the Lady Loverbond, we now delve into the legend of the Mary Celeste, a ghost ship whose unanswered questions have haunted sailors and historians alike for over a century. As Halloween nears in Seattle, join us for another chapter of Seattle's tall ship presence, Phantoms of the Sea, where fact and legend merge in the story of a ship found adrift, with not a soul aboard. On December 5, 1872, the British brigantine Dea Gracia spotted an unusual sight at the coast of Portugal. A ship, the Mary Celeste, was drifting aimlessly through the Atlantic, sails slightly torn and moving with the wind. The ship's crew should have been visible on deck, but when the Dea Gracia's captain, David Morehouse, and his men boarded the vessel, they found it eerily abandoned. The scene aboard the Mary Celeste was baffling. The ship was still seaworthy, and the cargo below deck 1701 barrels of industrial alcohol remained hardly intact, though later investigations revealed that 9 barrels were mysteriously empty. The crew's personal belongings were undisturbed, and the ship's logbook was up to date, with the last entry recorded just 10 days before, on November 25, 1872. This log entry placed the Mary Celeste near the Azores, but the ship was now over 400 miles from that location. The most alarming discovery was that the seemingly haunted ship's only lifeboat was missing, and with it, all 10 people who had been aboard, including Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter Sophia. The disappearance was inexplicable. The Mary Celeste was found in good condition with ample supplies of food and water, enough to last the crew 6 months. There were no signs of a struggle, no obvious damage to the ship, and no clues as to what had driven the crew to abandon the vessel. The question remained, where had they gone, and why had they left in such a hurry? Since its discovery, the mystery of the Mary Celeste has sparked countless theories, ranging from the plausible to the supernatural. One of the most persistent theories suggests that the crew may have feared an explosion from the volatile alcohol vapors leaking from the cargo below deck. It's believed that they may have fled in the lifeboat to distance themselves from a potential disaster. However, no scorch marks or damage were found to indicate an explosion, leaving this theory open to debate. Piracy or mutiny was another theory explored by investigators, but the untouched valuables on board seemed to rule out foul play. Furthermore, Captain Briggs was widely known as a competent and respected seaman, making mutiny highly unlikely. Adding to the mystery, sailors on later voyages claimed to have seen ghostly figures aboard the Mary Celeste, reporting strange apparitions near where the ship was found adrift. In 1884, a sailor named William Flood recounted a chilling encounter while sailing near the Azores. He claimed to have seen what appeared to be a small lifeboat drifting nearby, its passengers indistinct and shrouded in mist. As his ship approached, the lifeboat disappeared without a trace. Flood swore the figures he had seen looked as though they were reaching out for help, but their voices were drowned by the wind. In addition to eyewitness accounts, several captains who later commanded the Mary Celeste after her salvage reported feeling a deep sense of unease aboard the ship. Captain Gilman Parker, who eventually wrecked the ship off the coast of Haiti in 1885, later confided to a fellow sailor that he had experienced an overwhelming presence aboard the vessel, one that he couldn't shake, as though the ship itself was haunted by the souls of its lost crew. Could it be that the Mary Celeste's crew was drawn into a supernatural event, one that remains hidden beneath the waves? Or were they victims of a more earthly tragedy, leaving their ship only to meet their fate at sea? Despite decades of investigation, no definitive answer has ever been found, leaving the story open to speculation. What makes the Mary Celeste story so enduring is not just the unanswered questions, but the persistent sense of something unnatural surrounding the haunted ship. After it was salvaged and put back into service, the Mary Celeste sailed for several more years, but her reputation as a cursed vessel grew. Her new captains and crews often reported strange mishaps, unexplained accidents, and even deaths occurring on board. One particularly eerie incident occurred in 1879, when a British ship captain, John Austin, encountered the Mary Celeste while passing through the Strait of Gibraltar. He reported seeing the ship's sails illuminated in an unnatural way, even though the sun had long since set. As his ship drew nearer, He and his crew watched in horror as the Mary Celeste appeared to vanish into thin air, leaving behind only a faint outline in the mist. Austin's account was met with disbelief, but the incident added to the growing legend of the cursed ship. The Mary Celeste was eventually wrecked off the coast of Haiti in 1885, but her legacy as a ghost ship lives on. Theories continue to emerge, with some suggesting that freak weather conditions or rogue waves could have caused the crew to abandon ship. Yet, the eeriness of the abandoned ship, fully stocked and seaworthy, suggests there is more to the story than can be explained by natural causes alone. As we reflect on the mystery of the Mary Celeste, we're left with more questions than answers. What could drive an entire crew to abandon a perfectly seaworthy ship? Were they fleeing something they couldn't explain? And why does the legend of the Mary Celeste continue to haunt us today, over a century after the haunted ship was found adrift? Perhaps, like the sea itself, the Mary Celeste holds secrets that may never fully surface. In the end, for those eager to explore the mysteries of the sea firsthand, consider joining the Detective YouTube channel for Sunset Sail. While you may not encounter the Mary Celeste on the horizon, the allure of the open water at dusk is the perfect setting for contemplating the mysteries of maritime history. Let the cool evening breeze carry you back in time as we continue to unravel these ghostly tales of the sea.